326, there's a few big buffs, few big nerfs. Overall, I think the meta won't be too much different if you don't take into account like mercs and stuff. It wasn't like huge, drastic, sweeping changes. It was more like a few things got fine-tuned and either buffed or nerfed. So I'll just get into it. Champion, big buffed. Champion has been in the pooper for a little bit now. It's been pretty bad, just outclassed by Jug. But now Champion actually buffed. You get way more Fortify, and on top of that, your Fortify will scale armor, evasion, and attack speed. So it's looking pretty good for Champion. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's better than Jug now. Still, might be in the like end game when you're pushing harder, getting better gear min-maxing, because the extra Fortify stuff, you're really not gonna get too much of it to really push you past like 15, 20 till you have already like you're doing Ubers and whatever, because the biggest chunk will come from the Uber gloves from Exarch. I think it's from Exarch that gives you like 10 fortification. There's a few other sources like helmet or whatever, but a lot of that stuff you're not gonna get till pretty decent chunk into the end game. Archmage Hyra, it's dead. Archmage itself took a little bit of a nerf too. It went from 19% of your mana to 16% of your mana, so not only to get damage nerf, but its main ascendancy just nuked. No more mana cost reduction. Big nuke. Elemental has got big buff. I think I'll definitely play Elemental. This is my second or third character of this league. It actually has like real defense now. It's got some like enemies fizz damage gets converted. It gets some just damage reduction from chilling. And that with Bastion, it should be a real ascendancy now, and it's not just like a big squishy ball thing. Berserker got some tankier nodes. I don't think it's that good. Too situational. Guardian buffed. Got like some mana reservation, but nobody plays Guardian anyways, so you know, whatever. Sabo got a Proj notable buff, which is like a mini Nimbus. And then generic casters overall, like anything non-Archmage overall has been buffed. Sport gems like Spell Echo were buffed. They removed the minus damage multiplier on it. Righteous Fire of Arcane Devotion gives cast speed basically for free. It's like it burns you for a % of your mana, and if you're not Archmage, you don't have a shit ton of mana, so it's gonna burn you for like 100 damage. No big deal, and it's just free 25% cast speed. Arcane Surge, baseline has been buffed up to 20% cast speed from 10. And a big thing too now is that caster weapons like scepters, wands, now roll attack modifiers less often, and they don't roll resistance mods, so it's going to be way easier to craft caster items now. Previously it was kind of annoying, so that should actually be a very noticeable buff, especially early game. Golem buffs. The problem with golems has always been they're really squishy, and this didn't change that. They're still really squishy, but they got some extra damage buffs and whatnot to them. Could be interesting. And now on to the big nerfs. Ice, like specific build nerfs. Ice Nova dead. They cut the amount of frostbolts it can hit in half. Frostbolts is dead. I don't even know why or Frostblade, sorry. Big damage nerf. I don't know why they nerfed regular Frostblades, because it's not good. And Catabase's got a big nerf too. Dene Dead was already pretty dead, but it had like one playable thing left, which was like Cock DD. Stacking flat damage, that is now dead. Archmage DD, obviously dead too. Lightning Strike got a big 50% proj nerf. Pretty dead. I mean, it's probably still playable if you invest in it, but dead. Molten Strike nerf. Both regular Molten Strike, I don't really know why that got nerfed, and Zenith Molten Strike also got a pretty big nerf. I think Zenith probably still fine. I mean, you hit some crazy damage numbers on that anyways, so Even if you lost like 30% or 40% or whatever the damage number is, it's still playable. And then Blade Blast of Unloading. Got a pretty significant buff, which you know, or some of you might know, but big Blade Blast fan. I've never played the Blade Blast of Unloading, but basically it's like nicer clear, I guess, and worse damage than regular Blade Blast. And this should let it be brought up a little bit more. It might close the gap. Fire Trap lost about 15% damage, which means RF is nerfed because that's your single target on RF. Winter Orb got buffed. I still don't think it's going to be a good start or anything, but if like super juicing a build or something, it might be pretty good. Death's Oath, 25% buff. So maybe that's pretty good. I don't know what the state of that is. I don't know what that looks like. RF, probably still better, but you never know. Splitting Steel is like actually dead. They made it so the projectiles can't return. It's gone. It's dead. No one's playing that skill. Void Sphere Rending, not a super popular skill, but it's kind of like a niche popular. I noticed a lot of people talk about it. It's kind of a cool build. It's like Void Sphere, but chaos damage, you run like a cultist, get pops, whatever. That's buffed. I think it was like 25% or something. Spell Slinger got a big reservation buff. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think it's like, I want to say it's like half what it was before or something. With all the changes, there's 2 changes, the base change and then something else. Ephemeral Edge, going in items, got like a 25% nerf, so still okay. Like Trickster got a slight nerf on top of that, and I think it's still okay. You're not gonna do Lightning Strike, but you're not gonna do Lightning Strike, you're not gonna do Splitting Steel. But Ephemeral Edge, like maybe Dual Strike, Ambidexterity is pretty good still, probably. Still fine. Trickster's still gonna tank everything. It's gonna have okay damage. Probably on the lower end now, but still very playable. Probably won't play it in softcore, but definitely still gonna be played in hardcore. Ralakesh Boots, big nerfed. They made it so you only get 1 type of charge as maxed. Big nerf on that. Inverted Monster Res Mastery has been nerfed. It went from 25% to 15%. Instant Leech Mastery got nerfed, cut in half to 5%. Then they added a new Channeling Support Gem for channeling skills that does 60% more damage if you channel it for 3 seconds. Maybe good, maybe not. So you're still playing channeling skills, and they did buff it, infuse channeling too a little bit. But channeling still probably not very good. And then slams, pretty untouched. They didn't touch any of them. They didn't really touch anything with that. So if you're in hardcore, that's probably what you're starting. It's probably what I'm starting. And that is the most of the changes that were significant that I noticed. Probably a few more here and there I missed. But those were the biggest ones that stood out to me. Blah.